The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine podcast and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Today, I have the privilege of reconnecting with Chris Melville, our amazing personal empowerment coach here at Sovereign Magazine. Chris is a seasoned transformative coach and certified rapid transformational therapy practitioner with over 30 years of corporate experience. She is extremely passionate about empowering women to overcome mindset challenges and build thriving businesses. She has a very extensive expertise in personal empowerment and supports others in boldly claiming their power. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, Nicole, can I just say, you're pretty great too, you know?
Oh, you're so sweet. We just love each other so
Well,
much.
nobody's introducing Nicole, and I'm like, hey, you deserve to hear that you're great today.
Oh, you're so sweet. Today, we're exploring the harmony of thinking and feeling. Personally, one of my favorite topics because I am always in my head. This is our May new moon issue. And in your article, The Logic Struggle, Why Heart-Led Entrepreneurs Need Their Head in the Game, you talk about the tension between our intuition and our logic, especially when it comes to making business decisions. And you also talk about how many heart-led entrepreneurs really rely on passion and purpose, but struggle with practical, data-driven choices. By the way, that's me too. And oftentimes we might be ignoring these types of things, and it can lead to maybe underpricing, over-delivering, and overlooking valuable feedback that our clients might be giving us, which then might harm the sustainability of our business. So I would love to dive a little bit deeper into why you think heart-led entrepreneurs are struggling and how they can begin to make better decisions.
I see it a lot with my clients, and the way that they always phrase it is, it doesn't feel authentic to me, or it doesn't feel aligned. Sometimes I get aligned, but often it's authentic. And I think sometimes what they're not understanding is when something doesn't feel authentic to them. Yeah, sometimes it's because it's not the right choice. Sometimes it doesn't fit with your values or with the what you want to deliver to your clients or what you want to deliver to yourself in your business. But sometimes it's an easy out from being afraid of the choice that you need to make. And it's just kind of instead of thinking, oh, this choice scares me, and I don't know how to make it. It's just kind of like, it just doesn't feel authentic. So we have to be able to recognize the difference between that fear and something that actually doesn't feel authentic. And we tend to allow our emotions to override our head. 97% of most purchases are made through emotions. Even like buying that chewing gum at the checkout counter, that impulse buy. We talk about it being an impulse buy. It's not a logic impulse buy, is it? It's driven by, oh, I need that in my car, or, oh my God, I haven't had that gum in years, or that gum is what I used to eat the chew when I was a kid. I can't believe I found that. I'm going to grab it. So we have to accept that we allow our emotions to override our head quite a lot, which I found it really interesting when you said you're too much in your head.
Yes,
Mm,
yes. I often have to pull myself back. So I'm a deep
mhm.
thinker. It's not only part of my human design. I'm a researcher. I love, love, love to think. It drives me, but I know that it overrides my intuition, and I often have to meditate, walk, do things that will ground me in a way to where I can hear my intuition again, which actually leads me to a question of how can one use their intuition both as a strength and a way to propel their business?
I think the great thing about being able to use your intuition is tied much more deeply into your purpose, your values, your desire to help others than the logical side of your brain. And so your intuition gives you your purpose, it gives you your passion, it gives you your drive. When we get a little bit too much into our head, you talked about being an overthinker, being a researcher. When you need to make a decision and you're overthinking it and you're going away and you're doing a bit of research and then you're doing a bit more research, what happens to your ability to make the decision?
It becomes very
And it
clouded because
stalls.
I have too much
Yeah.
information.
And a mind that has too much choice can't make a decision. It's overwhelmed. It's like there's just too much choice. I was in America one time and I was sent down by my friend to get some salad dressing. And all the way there, I was thinking about, oh, what kind of salad dressing? I haven't had cannellini in a long time, but God, I'd love to have a real ranch dressing. Or how about a really nice French dressing? Because French dressing in America is very different to French dressing over here in the UK. And I got there and I hadn't really quite decided what I wanted. And I walked into the salad dressing area and there were like 500 different salad dressings. There were like 25, 30 different types of ranch. And I stood there for like 5 minutes and then I just turned around and left and I went back to her house and I made a salad dressing, which really annoyed her. But there was too much information for my brain to process. I could not make a decision. And then when there's too much information for my brain to process, I put such value on making the right decision. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, I've thought about this I've put so much time and energy into this. If I make the wrong decision, everything's destroyed. If I'm spending this amount of time trying to make the decision, it must be the most important decision I'm going to make in this, during this month or maybe even this year. And then it becomes even harder to make the decision because you're like, oh my God, what if I decide wrong? So that's where your intuition steps in. Yeah, that's where your heart talks to you. It's like you need your heart to talk to you.
Are you ready to be part of the movement of guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves? Are you a woman who trusts her inner voice and is stepping into her power? Then subscribe to Sovereign Magazine, podcast, and community, where you can become part of our global community because your journey to empowerment starts here. I'm super excited because we've planned something special for everyone today. And in our new segment, Steps to Your Sovereign Self, we're actually going to take a real live, top secret, by the way, that's now getting publicized, decision that I have been sitting on in Sovereign for probably over a year. And it's because I'm indecisive. And Chris and I are going to do some role playing with her heart head exercise. And we're going to see what comes out. I have no idea what I'm going to say. So be prepared. If you're interested in making a decision in your business, you can come along with us on this journey. So here we go. I'm going to reveal to you what the issue is. For about a year, we have had oracle cards here at Sovereign because, as you know, our magazine is aligned with the new moon and the full moon. And we have an entire deck of full moon and new moon oracle cards that I have not pulled the trigger on. So, Chris. All right.
I've heard you talking about these for so long. I'm going to make you realize by making this decision, on this podcast, you're going to have to stick to it and action it.
I know, because now everybody knows about them, and they're gorgeous, by the way.
Accountability, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's going to listen to this and going to be like, oh, Nicole, where are they? I want to see them. I want to buy them. So the first thing I want you to do, I just want you to get really comfortable where you're sitting and close your eyes. Okay? And I want you to take a couple of deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And I want you just to just sit in the silence and allow your mind to wander. And when it comes to when you hear a voice in your head and it's saying something to you, just see it as like a cloud and say, hey, I'll come back to this later, and just kind of swat it away the way a cat would swat away a toy. I just want you to sit there, relax. Deep breaths in and out, connecting with your breath. I want you to really just be in this moment. Listen for any of the sounds. Feel the temperature of the air around you on your skin. Is it warm? Is it cool? And just let yourself sink a little bit deeper into your chair and just into a more deeper relaxation. And start to slow your breathing down a little bit. And I want you to take your hand and I want you to put it on your head. And I want you to think about the oracle cards, and I want you to think about why you haven't launched them yet. And I want you to tell me what your head is saying to you.
My head is saying I cannot find a proper person to print them.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I'm worried about the quality and the paper and or cardstock, and whether or not it would be a company that is eco-friendly. There are so many things to this. See where my mind's going? There's so many.
Yeah. Yep, I see exactly, but I've got a little trick up my sleeve. Okay, I want you to close your eyes
Okay.
again.
Okay.
Put that hand on your heart. Move your hand to your heart. And just connect in with your heart for a minute. You can vision it, or you can just feel it beating underneath your hand. Connect with it. And I want you to ask your heart, why haven't I done this?
Fear.
Aha. What else does it say? Fear of what?
Nobody will like them.
Okay. All right. And how would that make you feel?
That it was just a waste of time. I don't think it would hurt my feelings in terms of that, but I think I'm a very productive person. So, yeah.
Okay, you can open your eyes now. So the next thing that we do is we look for a connection between what our head and our heart is telling us. And we do this for a couple of reasons, because I want you to see that there is a connection, right? And when we look for that connection, it's a signpost to what the actual, to what the problem is. So when you talk about the quality of the cards, whether the paper would be good enough, whether you could find somebody decent to print them, somebody who would basically meet your expectations, you're looking at what you want to provide to your audience, right? So when we go to the fear was nobody would like them, right? So you've got this fear that's sitting in your heart, and it's actually what's driving your inability to make the choice. And it's, what if nobody likes them? What if nobody likes them? And your brain, being a problem solver, is like, what do we have to do to make them as good as possible for people to like them? Do you see the connection? Your heart and your brain are telling you the exact same thing. But one's doing it with emotion, with fear, and the other one's doing it by solving a problem. Your brain is just a giant computer. It's always looking for problems to solve. So when you've got fear, your brain's like, okay, this is a problem. How do I fix this problem? But the connection is there. You see the connection? Yeah? So
for sure.
What's the decision? If you don't release them, okay, yeah, nobody's ever going to have the chance not to like them. But what else will people not have the chance to do?
Enjoy
exactly. Yeah. And if the
Mhm.
fear, which is what's driving the decision, is actually anchored in wanting to provide something of value and something of beauty to your clients, to your audience, you can't do that without taking the step.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So which one do you want to honor?
Oh, of course, my heart. I mean, I'm always going to say that because I am one of giving value, and even if it just helps one person, it was worth it. And I think that I'm using all of these little things, the quality of the paper and the printing and all of those things as excuses to, and also timing. I'm like, when's the right time? We just launched the community and,
No.
the team only has so much bandwidth. And
Yeah.
so there's all sorts of things that go into it. But I know that it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also a fear of rejection, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, of course, there
um,
always is.
if anybody wants to comment or let me know, send me an email. Everybody can contact me. But
We're not done yet. We've got one
okay,
more step.
okay,
Okay.
one more
So
step.
if you want to honor your heart and you want to provide this to your audience, let's put the logical side of our brain to work. Okay. What can you do or what practical steps can you take in order to feel confident about the quality of them? So maybe what you do is you speak to other people in your business community about printers that they've used so that you're getting good referrals, you're getting good recommendations. Maybe what you do is you only work with printers that will print up a prototype for you, and then you can share them with your friends and have them judge the quality,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can
Mm-hmm.
actually fill the paper. So let's find the way to flip your brain into solving the problems that will quiet down the fear that you've got.
Mm.
Yeah. Put the
That
logic
is
to work.
That is amazing because I didn't even think about connecting with our community because so many people in our community
Yeah.
actually already have Oracle cards.
Yes.
This is why you're magic. This is why people need Chris Melville. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, if you need to find her, all of her details are in our show notes. You can connect with her right in Sovereign Communities, community.sovereign-magazine.com. She has her own private community. She does magical stuff like this every single week. So definitely connect in with her. We are so grateful for you, Chris.
Thank you. And if anybody played along with us, please come and tell us what the problem was that you were trying to solve and what your solution was that you came up with. And if you're not comfortable putting it up on the group board so everybody can see it, DM me. I'd love to hear.
Yes, yes, definitely want to hear. Okay, much love, everyone. See you on the next episode.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.